Hey everybody, today I wanted to show you how I attach these cute little ears to my Keaton plushie doll. So what you'll need to get started, I'm going to set her aside, is the skin tone that you use to create your doll. You'll need a pair of scissors and you'll need a couple of pins because as you can tell, we want to put them into place before we glue them down. That is correct. I do not sew mine. I glue them down because I like my ears to be flat. I don't like them to stick out. The choice is yours. That's just my preference. So here's the thing. Sometimes I like a big old juicy ear. Sometimes I like a little tiny ear. If you want a smaller ear with my pattern, you will need to use a 4.5. If you want a bigger ear, you'll need to use a 6. This is a 6, so I am going to go in and create it with a 6. All right, let's get started. Let me find the end of my yarn here. And you are going to chain 2. So we'll start with that. That's 1, 2. From here, you're going to put 5 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. Let's do that together. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once you have your 5 single crochet into the second chain from the hook, we're going to turn the ear and we're going to work our way back up. So the first stitch, you're going to chain 1 and then you're going to put 2 single crochet into the very first stitch. So that's 1, that's 2. And the next 3 stitches will be 1 single crochet. So that's 1. Oops. 2. And 3. And in our last stitch, we're going to put 2. And this is going to create the ears. So let's do that. There's 1. Oops. 1 and 2, and then you'll simply just tie that ear off. Now if you intend to sew these onto your doll, you'll need to leave a longer tail so that you can go around and sew it into the head of the doll. I am going to cut mine, and it doesn't really matter where I cut it because I'm just going to tuck it because I like to glue mine. Again, I like my ears to be flat on my doll. I don't like them sticking out. I don't know why, I just don't like the way it looks for my dolls. So there we go. We have an ear. I'm going to sit this to the side and I'm going to bring Keaton back over. The ears match up. They are ginormous, just like I like them. I know it's weird, but I like my ears to be big. And then I'm kind of just going to center the 2 ears so that they're matching. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'm going to pin them in place and then I'll be right back. Alright, as you see, I have now placed my ears. They look about even to me, but my ears aren't exactly even. And they're super pointy, but neither here nor there. They look good to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, without taking the pins all the way out, I'm just going to kind of glue around the ear so that I don't lose my place. And I do that with my E6000 and I put mine in a syringe. You absolutely do not have to do this. I do it because it seems to keep it from being so messy for me. So let me get that together. And then I'm just going to start over here so you can kind of see what I am doing. I'm just going to move the pins over to the front part of the ear again so that I don't lose my place where I've put my ears. And then I just kind of glue on the outside. There we go. There, press that down, move that pin over since this is glued, and then I'm gonna glue under here. And there is an E6000 that is odorless. This odor does go away so that you don't have to worry about your buyers buying a doll and it's funny smelling. And you can Google that. I think you can get it on Amazon. I don't use it. I just use this E6000 because again, the odor goes away after it's dried. So I'm going to put that pin back in there where I've got that in place. Turn it a little bit so I can see better. And I'm going to move this pin this pin and get some of this glue around the front. Sit that down. Set that down. Pin that into place. I don't know what I did with my other pin. I lose pins all the time. Just grab it up. Oh, it's in the head. Jeez Louise. Alright, and then I'm just gonna let that dry. And once that dries, I'll take these strings and I'll just stick them into the doll's head. So there we go. And let's move to the other side. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. Just move my pins and glue a little bit around here and stick them back in so that I don't lose the placing of my ear. Take my syringe glue. Dab a little here and there. Stick that back down. Put my pins back in. And while I don't have one in the front, I'm going to go ahead and get this side together. Stick that back in. This yarn gets everywhere. Put a pin down here. Then I'm going to turn and get this back side here. Remove these two. Get a good amount of glue under here. Not too much because I don't want it to squeeze out everywhere. Alright. Press that down. Get me some pins going. Somehow I start off with like 4 pins in the ear, and by the time I glue them down, it's like 7,000 pins in the doll's poor ear. But just want to make sure it stays in place. So, all right, I am going to let this dry a bit here. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to put that all up in the camera. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit here. I have a fan that I'll let the doll sit in front of. So I'll do that for a few minutes, and then I'll be back and we can take the pins out together and stick the the loose ends in. Be right back. Alright, that pan was taking too long and I'm super impatient, so I'm just gonna get my handy dandy fan and go around a little bit just to make sure that it's somewhat dry before I start to put in those loose ends. So, blah, blah, blah. Alexa, resume. No, y'all don't hear me skedat. Alright. That's enough of that. So, we're going to get a bent needle. Oh, yeah, a bent needle. I think I forgot to tell you that in the beginning, that you would need that to do your loose ends. But if you're a seasoned crocheter, you probably know that. But if there's anybody here that is a beginner, you will need to have your bent needle. And that is in my pattern description, because you have to tie in many loose ends. So, that being said, I'm just simply, let me move this out a little bit. So, oh no, I didn't mean closer. All right. And then I'm literally just going to tuck those loose ends. That's one. And I'm going to tuck this one. That's two. Take my scissors. Cut those off. Do the same thing for the other side. Just tuck those. go. And this one is partially glued behind there with those, or with the ears. So I'm just gonna find a spot to tuck it in. Cut those. And this yarn tends to get everywhere, so I'll try to pick as much as I can before I use my air can to blow any remains away. So now we have 2 ears, and I'm not going to put any jewelry in this doll, on this doll's ears this particular time. I'm going to leave it up to the buyer, either pearls, diamonds, hoops, a gold ball. So, but if you want, you can always do your own thing. I'm going to take these pins out, and I will let this dry for a couple hours just to make sure it is good and adhere to the doll. And then I'm going to take my air can and just get rid of some of these loose ends that this yarn produces. Bada bing, bada boom, she's got ears. I am going to link this Keaton doll pattern in this video. So if you're interested in making this entire doll from head to toe, she's super cute, super squishy. All of the instructions are in my pattern, which you can find in my Etsy shop. Again, I'm going to link that. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking out these videos. There will be a lot, there will be a lot more how-tos as soon as I, you know, find some time. I do work 3rd shift and take care of my ailing parents at the same time. So it's hard for me to do some videos, and now I'm just chattering away, and you all don't really need to know all of this. But anyway, thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope to see you soon. And if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Things are a little slow right now, but I promise to be in here doing a lot more how-to videos, especially for my newbies. I was once a newbie, so I know how that is to be scouring through videos trying to find something to help you get to where you go. I hope this was helpful. I'm done chattering, and thanks again for stopping by, you guys.